All right, and we are back. Back on the channel. We have a special video coming out for you guys. We have Ivan Reyes' MJ15 round 1 of the Junior Worlds. He's taken on Jones West here and East. Thank you. I have somebody special joining me here on the booth.
Hey, I'm Ivan.
Yeah, you'll probably get a lot of corrections since I didn't walk this course very often. I was walking with Daniel. You'll probably hear Ivan correct me quite a bit. But I have Ivan joining me. How are you doing, Ivan?
Good. What about you?
Oh, not too bad. How have you been doing ever since Junior Worlds?
Good. Been working on the weights more now after Junior Worlds. So yeah, and been working on my backhand.
Okay.
A lot more.
Yeah, I know that you and I went out and played with your mom and your dad here, Sunday after Junior Worlds, right?
Yeah.
And you basically played the whole round backhand. How do you feel with that?
Good. Just gotta work on a few things and get more distance on it.
All right.
Should be good.
Cool. So let's turn it over to hole 1. We'll have the TD announce Ivan, and then we'll get going for the video.
Ivan Reyes.
Go Ivan.
All right, so we're starting off here on hole 1, 660-foot par 4. So, Ivan, I believe when you guys got up there, actually, it was Sunday, right? You guys got up there Sunday afternoon. Did you guys practice the course Sunday, or did you guys go Monday? I can't remember when you guys practiced it.
We practiced it on Monday.
On Monday. And how did you feel playing the course on Monday, getting that practice round, and how did you feel going in with that practice round and then after you finished?
I kind of felt that I could have shot at least even or over par, because these holes are kind of short enough where I can get birdies or at least have a look. But I feel like I should have been a little bit more up there towards the middle of the pack. But
okay,
yeah.
So when you say you you were thinking about finishing maybe a little bit over par, how many strokes over par were you thinking if you were going to finish over par?
-1 or -3.
You mean under par?
Oh, I meant
under par, right? Okay. So you were thinking you were going to finish the first round as even or under par, round 1 or 1 or 2 under par? Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I think hole 1 there. Did you end up going OB?
Yeah.
Off the tee?
Yeah, off the tee I went OB.
Okay, but yeah, it looks like after that you hit on your second throw. You hit that tree, didn't you? Right off on your second throw.
Yeah.
I think that saved you, because if you were in that tall grass, if I'm not mistaken, you were going to go OB. But I think for starting off your Worlds, you probably were a little jittery, right? Were you pretty nervous on the tee on the first hole?
Yeah, I was pretty nervous.
Yeah, I know that's a big thing, right? And I think after you got that first hole out of the way, how were you feeling? You still had some nerves, or?
I didn't have that much nerves anymore, just because I know these next 2 or these next 3 holes are birdieable and par.
Yeah, because you just finished their hole 2, like we just saw. You had a birdie, so you're back to even after 2 holes. So after that, we were moving on to hole 3, 397-foot par 3. So like on this one, you can see there's OB in the ponds and then OB long of the basket. What was your game plan coming into this first round? Was it because you mainly throw forehand, like we've been talking about, right? You've been working on your backhand here recently, but what was it that you were planning to do? Were you trying to flex a lot of your throws, or were you attacking where you could attack? What were you trying to do?
Yeah, I was trying to play I wasn't playing like own, but my dad gave me you just gotta play smart and play for placement. But I just wanted to be doing good at Worlds, so I did not listen at him at all. Yeah,
no, I get it. I know you were expecting a lot more of yourself, right? But I mean, on this hole that we're watching right now, hole 3, I think for you probably don't have the biggest arm yet, right?
Yeah.
So playing that one as a placement shot and then going across on your second, I think was the smartest option, because right here you're putting for your par, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yes.
And do you remember about how long this was? Was it about 15 feet or so?
Yeah.
10 or 15?
Yeah, 10 or 15.
Yeah, so,
almost missed that.
Yeah, a little bit left, but I mean, it counts if it goes in, right? So not bad. Through 3 holes of your first Worlds even is pretty good in my opinion. So we were moving on to hole 4, par 3, 323 feet. This one was not an island, right?
No, it was not an island.
So on this one, it was more just get it as close as you could to the basket off the tee, right, and hopefully get your par. If not, get a birdie if you landed in that kind of islandish area that the basket's on.
Yeah.
So here, what was your game plan? Are you trying to throw straight at it? Because it looks like it looks like your disc just got up on you.
Yeah. I was trying to hug this tree line with the flex on it, but
The tree on your left.
yeah, on my left, and I didn't know what to do, or I didn't know what to do. I did know what to do, but it kind of slipped out of my hand. So
Yeah. Did you remember what you threw off the tee on this hole?
My champion Halo Wraith.
Okay.
Lightweight.
So you just got the nose up on it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So right there's your par putt. That's a really good bid. Just hit the top of the band. I would say you're outside of the circle on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a really good bid from the back. So unfortunately here it looks like you're tapping in for your bogey there. But, I mean, from how the hole started and going far to the right and then your approach seemed a little bit short,
Yeah.
I think taking a bogey wasn't too bad. So we're moving on to hole 5, 530-foot par 4. Looks like there's a lot of OB on this one, right? You have that OB line on the left, OB on the right, and OB behind the basket.
Yeah.
So this one looked like it was pretty tight fairway.
I don't think it's a really tight fairway.
No.
As long as you swing it out and it dumps down not too close to the property lines, it's a fairly easy hole.
Okay. So here you're probably trying to play a flex line to get it in the middle again?
Yeah.
Okay. And it looks like that's that Halo champion Wraith, right?
Yeah.
Once again.
That was just let that one go a little bit too early.
Did that go OB?
Yeah.
Off the tee? Off the drive? Okay. So then it looks like you probably were OB there on the right in that garden area.
Yeah.
Okay. So from here you're probably just trying to get up to the basket, or are you playing for another placement? Nope, looks like you're going to the basket, right?
Yeah, that one I actually almost made for birdie.
Yeah, because if you
From
went
the-
OB, that was your third throw right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, so that was a pretty good throw. It looks like you cut the hole in half after your first throw because
Yeah.
you got up there on your second, which now from that putt looks like that's your par putt since you went
Yeah.
OB, unfortunately. So moving on to hole 6, 412-foot par 3. This one kind of lines up more for a backhand. Well, a forehand off the tee to go to the right? Maybe
Yeah.
a backhand on your second to get up to the basket, depending on where you're at. So I can tell right here that is that creek on your left right there that kind of does that snake or
Yeah.
that's all OB right over
Yeah,
that.
that's all it will be.
So you have to be on the right side.
Yeah.
Looks like you had a pretty decent throw. It looks like it just got stuck in the creek area, didn't it?
Yeah.
So right here, this is from your live from going OB, isn't it?
Yeah, from going OB.
So
So
right-
on that tree.
Okay. Did you clip that branch? I could see the branches falling. Did it
Yeah.
fall after it hit those?
No, it kind of pushed a little bit, but then it didn't come back to.
It didn't have enough speed to get back over. So now this is one of your first backhands of the day, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty solid. I think what you probably should have done, probably gone backhand, right? Maybe off of the once you went OB the first time.
Yeah.
So right here, this would be for your double if you make this, I think. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think I
Or
believe
triple.
so. I think this is for my double.
Looks like you're right outside the circle. Really good bid. Looks like all your putts were right there, huh?
Yeah.
Because the one on hole 3, it was just top band. This one was just low, just at the cage. So it looks like your putts were there. They just weren't right in the middle where you typically want them.
Yeah.
So moving on to hole 7, 342-foot par 3. This one seems pretty simple. Just really OB, just on or over the road, right?
Yeah.
So on this one, are you just playing your forehand out wide and having it skip back in?
No, I was trying to play the middle because during the practice round, I played it perfect where I landed in front of those pine trees. And I actually got my birdie on the practice round, but this one,
nice.
I just threw it way too much ante, and luckily it came back.
Okay. So with you can tell in the video, it looks like it was pretty breezy, right?
Yeah.
What would you say? Was it pretty windy, or is this something that you're used to playing in?
This is something I'm just used to playing in.
Yeah, kind of figured because I know Daniel's first round was pretty early in the morning, so it wasn't really, I would say, windy at all. But I know when we followed you around hole 11 or 12, you could feel the breeze, but it really seemed like it's nothing, right? Typically what we're playing in Garden City. So moving on to hole 8. 300 foot par 3. This one looks like it's just pretty simple, right? Dead center.
Yeah.
Just OB left on or over the road. So is your game plan still pretty much the same as the last hole? Just try to get as far as you can and as close to the basket?
Yeah, I was trying to play that flex around that tree. I just couldn't get it perfect. Like, there was too much Annie.
Yeah, it looks like probably cut rolled back to the middle, though, right?
Yeah.
What were you throwing there? Is that one of your flippy nukes? Your Z-Light nukes?
I think that is my Z-Light nuke.
Was that one of your Z-Light nukes? But was it
Yeah.
the flippy one? Because I know you mentioned you're in the bag that you carry 3 or 4, and I think you had one that was pretty stable, one that was straight, and one that was pretty flippy.
I think it was my more flippy one.
Okay. Yeah, so you left yourself a pretty decent putt. It was about 10, 15 feet, but that was a great putt.
Yeah.
Just a little bit to the right, but the chain's caught, right?
Yeah.
So moving on to hole 9, 701 foot par 4. Looks like this one has a Mando to the right.
Yeah.
I was trying to look at it in the video, but I think it was that light pole all the way on the right-hand side? That one down, like in front of you, in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Is that light pole down there? I was trying to figure out which one it was.
Yeah, that's the Mando.
The Mando? Okay. Because I thought it was that tree in front of you, but
Oh.
that tree I didn't see a Mando sign on it when
Yeah.
I saw the video. So what were you throwing there? Was that flippy nuke again?
Yeah, that was my flippy nuke again.
Okay. Looks like you had a pretty decent throw because it looks like you just got to the right of the opening.
Yeah.
So give yourself a decent shot to give you another forehand up there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, during the practice round, landed more towards the right of the basket or right of the tree.
Okay.
And I told my dad that I'm just going to lay up, and he said, no, there's no point in laying up because normally my approaches are like trash, so like, and he didn't want me landing all those bushes,
right?
So he just told me just to go for it.
Yeah, and I think that was probably the smart play because if you notice off the tee, you were pretty far forward just to the right where it gave you a forehand shot through that gap. I think on your approach on this hole, it looks like you were trying to cut the trees in the middle. Is that what it looked like, or were you trying to swing out to the left of those trees?
I was trying to swing it to the left.
To the left, okay. Yeah, maybe it was just an early release then.
Yeah.
So otherwise, it wasn't too bad of a hole. So hole 10, 291 foot par 3. This one is an island, right?
Yes.
This one plays as an island?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one, you had to make the island. If you missed it, then you go to the drop zone. That was about 30 feet from the basket in front, right?
Yeah.
So on this one, were you going for it and going to lay up?
I was going for this one.
Okay.
I kind of got lucky because of the wind was coming right to left.
Okay.
And it
looks like the tree helped you.
Yeah, that tree definitely helped me.
So from here, I think this is around the time that we saw you because we were trying to walk and find where you were at.
Uh-huh.
What was this putt? Was it about a 15 or 20 footer here?
Yeah, like a 10 to 12.
10 to 12? Okay. So something you normally putt, right?
Yeah.
So it was a good bid. It looks like you just clipped the right of the basket there, and did it kick it out of bounds?
Yeah, that went out of bounds.
Okay, so then unfortunately on that one, it looks like you took a bogey then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not too bad because I think there was a couple people on your card that also took a bogey, right? On that one. So moving on to hole 11, 336 foot par 3. This one's pretty just open, right? Just get it down there as close as you can to the basket.
Believe I am throwing my Z-Light nuke again.
Z-Light nuke again. I noticed that there were several people with umbrellas this day because it looks like for Daniel there was this Jones West because you're playing east, right?
Yeah.
You're playing east. It was pretty open, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So there was quite a bit of sun. Was it pretty warm this day? Because you were playing later in the afternoon, weren't you?
Yeah, it was toasty.
Yeah, it was toasty. I know for Daniel it wasn't too bad because I think he got done around 11:30 or so.
Yeah.
Because I think you didn't finish this round until about 1 or so? A little after 1? I can't remember, honestly.
2 or 3.
Was it somewhere around in there? Yeah. So, yeah, you had a decent throw off the tee on that one. It looks like you were putting from out probably circle 2 somewhere.
Yeah.
So this is, I think, your par putt, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Good putt. Almost spit out, it looks like, right? With those chains? I think you mentioned that happened to a couple of the players on your card throughout the round.
Yeah.
So hole 12, 348 foot par 3. Looks like you have some OB on the pond on the right, some OB on the left, and behind the basket. And then I think if you landed in those picnic area tables or areas, was that OB too, or was that relief? Do you remember?
I think that was OB.
OB, okay. So on the play here, what are you trying to do? Just go straight down the middle and just get to the right, or were you trying to push more to the left?
I was playing it just. That's kind of where I wanted to land.
Okay.
Just a little bit farther to the right.
Yeah, it looks like you gave yourself a circle 2, maybe outside of circle 2 putt.
Yeah.
Did it just go right of the basket? You can't really tell on camera, or was it right there? It just didn't have enough.
I believe it was right of the basket because
Okay.
I was putting with my champion Toro.
Oh, you were putting with a Toro instead of your
Yeah.
regular putter? Okay. So other than that was a good hole. That was a par right there for you, so not bad at all. So
Yeah.
moving on to hole 13, 546-foot par 4. This one I thought was a pretty cool hole too for you, similar to Daniel's hole 6, if I'm not mistaken. You have that huge I'd say huge, but it wasn't really a big water carry, right?
Yeah.
Were you playing to get over by the drop zone, or were you playing to get as far as you could over the water hazard?
I was trying to go kind of towards the drop zone, but I just early released that it was good. It's just it was too low, and I think it was a little bit too much flex.
Did it go in the water, or did it
No,
land on the edge?
It landed like where that tall grass was, but
That was OB?
they made the tall grass OB instead
okay.
of just the water.
Okay. So you were thrown out of the drop zone, and I think that was for bogey, right?
Yeah.
That was a bogey right there, so not bad. So moving on to hole 14, par 3, 375 foot. This one I can't remember, but I think you were trying to play to the right of the basket, right? Trying to get as far as you could to the right to have a easy approach up there.
Yeah, I was trying to go towards more the right. That way, I didn't have to throw myself another backhand from there.
Looks like you threw it low.
Yeah, low and too much ante.
Good thing for you was that it cut rolled to the right. So here's another one of your several backhands for this round, which actually was pretty good. You can see your dad on video trying to give you some more fade on the disc, trying to lean that disc over more for you. So we're in the trees there, but you're still looking at putting out for par, so that's not bad, right?
Yeah.
See if you make it from there. Did you have anything obstructing you, or is it pretty open putt?
There were some twigs on my butt, but it wasn't that bad.
Other than that, it was just an open window, though?
Yeah.
Okay. So moving on to hole 15, 368-foot par 3. So this one, again, was this a narrow fairway, or was it pretty open once you got closer to the basket? Because you see all that OB on the right, to the left, and behind the basket. So was it pretty open?
Yeah, I felt like it was pretty open. I was just playing with the flex forehand.
Okay.
I was trying to play the wind because, as you can tell, the wind's coming right to left.
Yeah, you can see the flag
and
in the background too.
I was trying to play that wind with that Z-Light nuke.
Okay.
And
you had a really good throw,
out.
right?
Yeah.
Because it looks like you're maybe 5 feet from the whiskers outside of circle 1. So you gave yourself a good throw, gave yourself a decent look at a birdie.
That one.
Just a little right, or did the wind knock that down?
No, I just laid up. I was being a little scared to count that one.
Oh, man, that's never good. You always want to go for those.
Yeah.
So, par, not bad. So, moving on to hole 16, 305-foot par 3. So, this one, again, to me, from the map, looks pretty narrow. OB left, OB right, OB behind. But what was your perspective from throwing off the tee? Was it pretty narrow? Was it something that you could land OB and be safe and play for par?
I was trying to get there to the basket, but that tree saved me.
Were you going OB?
I think I might have went OB because all that tall grass is OB.
Right, yeah, I see those white flags there. So you don't think it would have flexed out right before that OB and kicked right?
No, I don't think it would have.
So you're throwing your approach here, right? So this is your second. What are you throwing here to get to the basket?
My crystal, no. It's one of the type of the swarms.
One of the swarms?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the wind must have been affecting it because it didn't want to fade back as it usually does. But you did go a little bit long. I can't tell from here if you were outside of the circle or right inside of the circle.
I believe I was in the circle.
You had a good bit at the par. It looks like it just, like you were saying with the hand gestures, you need to get more height on it, right?
Yeah.
Because you just cage it. Because I've noticed when I went back and watched this round for you, a lot of your putts were there. It looks like just some of them came out a little bit high, some of them came out a little bit low.
Yeah.
Where a lot you probably could have gotten 3 or 4 other strokes back. Your score would have been 3 or 4 strokes better if those putts would have been dead center of the chains, right?
Yeah.
So hole 17, 490 foot par 4. This one plays more for a backhand, right?
Yeah.
On both your throw and your approach, unless you can get your throw 3/4 of the way there into the opening. So right there, you're throwing a backhand. What did you throw for a backhand? Because that was a pretty good throw.
I believe that was my Z-Lite Nuco S that I lost the third round here on hole 18 in the tall grass.
Okay. So another backhand there. So 2 backhands in a row, some things that you typically don't do. What were you throwing there on your second backhand?
I believe that was my cap wrap.
Cap wrap, okay. So now you're approaching here for 3 to get as close as you can for par, right? So this one did not play as an island, right? It was just that opening right there in front of you. That's all safe, right? This one was not an island?
There's like, so it's kind of plays like an island.
Okay, I see the white.
Yeah, it goes all the way around. So... yeah, it kind of plays like an island. So
from here, look, you're probably in the circle, it looks like, if I'm not mistaken. So you had a really good putt there because it looks like your facial expressions on your approach, it looked like you probably smashed the smashed the approach.
Yeah.
You were thinking you went long. You probably left yourself, a 15-footer or so?
Yeah.
Yeah. So moving on to the last hole then for your round 1 of Worlds, we're at hole 18, 380-foot par 3. This one... I can't remember what the wind was doing for you. Was it a cross left to right, or was it a headwind?
I think it was left to right.
Left to right?
Because you could tell, like, the trees are... and my chalk thing was going that way.
Going to the right. Yeah, because this one, all this tall grass in front of you is OB, and if you went OB off the tee or long, it was the drop zone, right?
Yeah.
Yep, so we're going to the drop zone here, so you're throwing for your 3. So at this point, you're just trying to get as close to the basket as you can to finish with a bogey, right?
Yeah.
Looked like a good throw. It just started to lift and clip that branch. Luckily, it looks like it was in bounds, though, right?
Yeah.
So right here, are you laying up or are you going for it? What's your mindset here?
I wanted to go for it, but in my head, I told myself not to. But
you still went for it, looks like?
Yeah.
I mean, I in my opinion, I don't think it's a bad thing to go for it because if you lay up, I think sometimes you lay up too short.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you only gave yourself, it looks like a 10-footer, if not closer. So, I mean, I think that ended up with being a double bogey, I believe. So, overall, it wasn't a bad day. So, overall, for your round 1 of your first Worlds in MJ15, you finish at plus 11. How'd you feel your round went overall?
I feel like I did not do that good.
I feel
like I should have shot better.
Yeah, I mean, there's always room for improvement, right? But you got to remember that was your first Worlds. You were probably pretty nervous to start.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I think plus 11 is a solid score. You know, they could have probably been, as I mentioned, maybe 4, maybe 3 strokes better. But I think you did a really good job for your first round. I know everybody was proud of you. I know everybody was watching you from back home. So, you know, I enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed the rest of your week. I know we unfortunately couldn't get to your last 3 rounds on video, but I know you had a pretty good time up there, right?
Yeah, I just want to shout out some people. I want to shout out the people who purchased any Beatriz disc golf drip because this is why I came to this. So, and they really supported us, and I want to thank my dad and my mom for taking me, and my dad is one of the best caddies I've had, and my little sister supporting me and having air ball in my head a lot during this round. So yeah, I want to shout out those people.
Yeah, well, thanks for being on the video, Ivan. It was fun, and hopefully we can get you on video here pretty soon before the end of the season's over.
Yeah. Thank you.
See you guys. Thank you.